Well, here we are. We're jobless. We're unemployed. It's time for a job hunt. Let's go ahead and get into it and see what it's all about. See if there's anything that interests us right off the get-go. Here we are. Turn your face cam off. There's going to be an episode where I'm not on screen. Not on screen that much because we want to have all the options that we can have. I took a look at this because I wanted to see about the Toulouse job, right? You guys know that I was interested in that job. Well, they got relegated, so not going to be doing that. I don't mind trying to get promoted once, but getting promoted 3 times, that's a bit much. You know, our contract ended today. We resigned, and I'm kind of wondering, right? I wonder now that we've resigned. I know used to you would take a little bit of a reputation uh, decline after you've resigned from a job, right? We didn't. Okay, that's good. And as you can see, before I left, I asked the board if they would allow me to go on a coaching course. I think it's the least they could do. Okay, because well, we won them 3 things this past season, so I think that's the least that they could do is to get us a coaching license. You know, I'm happy with that. I think that'll work. And here we are. We've got to start looking at some jobs, right? Got to start looking at some jobs. There's one available right now that I am interested in. Udinese. I do think that would be a fun job. Going to Italy. Never managed in Italy, especially in a journeyman. I don't think I've ever managed one in a private save. That being said, they're a 3.5-star club at the moment. We're going to take a look at it, and we're going to apply for it because that is the level of job that we want to apply for. I think that'd be massive for us. Looking at the rest of it, I really don't see a ton that I'm interested in. Dundee United would be fun, I think. But I think if we go to Scotland at this point, with us being 3.5, I would like to be a little bit higher up in terms of reputation than that. That being said, I'm disappointed in the Toulouse one. I really am. Not that they got relegated. I thought that would have been really fun. I don't know if there was anything else really out there. There are some jobs that are insecure that sound pretty nice. This first little bit is probably going to be pretty short because there's just not much going on at the moment in terms of the job hunt. There's a lot of available jobs, but a lot of these jobs are just absolute shit. You know, and I'm not dealing with that. We're wanting to be at a bigger club. That much is for certain. At this time last year, I think the club we was at we went to Fluminense, if I'm not mistaken. Could be wrong on that. But yeah, we want to find something here. Let's look at some of these insecure jobs, right? I think that'd be the best thing to do at this point because a lot of those guys above us are not really interesting except for the Udinese job. And I'm not just like superly interested in it, to be honest with you. Lazio is probably a bit much, but I would like that. That'd be fun. We don't want to go like to a second-tier Bundesliga team because that's what we done in last year's Journeyman. I really love the Rapid job. I'll declare interest in it. See what happens. You know, I'm not sure if anything will happen in it, but that is definitely one of those jobs that stick out to me right there, the Rapid job. I believe Austria is pretty high up in terms of the league itself, in terms of reputation, isn't it? It would be a massive jump forward, I believe, for us in terms of reputation. Yeah, the Israeli league was 23rd or 22nd, and they've dropped down to 16th, but they was 14th. So that'd be a big jump for us in terms of reputation of the league. So I am very interested in that job. I clicked the wrong button. We wanted to go to job security. I like job security because it lets me know the reputation as well. So Rapid, we've declared interest in that. I mean, I don't know if any of these insecure. I don't really see anything that's popping up to my head right now. You know, okay, now we're in the stable jobs. So yeah, we may be in a lengthy job hunt if something doesn't happen with Rapid or Udinese, right? I think that's where we're looking right now. Obviously, some crazy stuff has happened in these journeymans. We've saved up a little bit of money so we can take a decent job hunt. Okay, I think that's fine. I do think that's fine, but I'd rather not like wait just super long. Let's see what the emails are. Okay, so they read that. Yep, there we go. Hey, I like that. That sounds good. I'm the ideal candidate for the job. I would really like Rapid. I think Rapid would be fun. A little bit of a just a question, right? Just want to see. He's making a lot more money than what we was in Israel. Just wanted to verify that his contract expires pretty soon as well. Yeah, let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. It'd be an honor to even have my name associated with a team of that size. We want to simulate one day. We want to simulate one day and see what happens. See if something does come available, or see what happens after we've declared interest. Do they go ahead and fire the manager right then? Because that kind of lets us know that we're next in line. I think Rapid would be fun, guys. Like, I could see Rapid being a job that we stay at for quite a while, right? I do see that, 3-4 years maybe. Obviously, that'd probably be a long time for a journeyman, but I do think it'd be fun. Okay, so that's me. So they didn't fire him. Okay. We're going to hang back and see what happens, Going to hang back and see what happens. I am a bit disappointed that nothing happened immediately after that, though. That did kind of concern me a little bit. I was hoping that they would fire him immediately after. And it might be a situation that we go to a 3-star club if nothing comes available. It's just in a much higher league that we can get a little bit more money for as well. Obviously, that's the thing that was happening in Israel. We wasn't making very much money. I think we was making more money in Latvia, to be honest with you. So we want to get a big pay raise. We want to get the pay raise, my dudes. We want some money. So let's take a look at the insecure jobs that are 3-star. So we mentioned Augsburg. I'm not really interested in them. Not really interested in them. Okay. Not much out there, is there? Yep. Not a lot out there, even in terms of 3-star. It's a lot of shite out there. There is a couple 3-star clubs that's available right now, but I don't want to really do that just yet. Like, I would rather hold off a little bit and see what happens. But we're going to be back, I guess, when something happens. It may be a while, guys. It may be a while. We may be on the streets begging for money at some point, trying to get a job that we feel qualified for, And yeah, we'll see you then. Wrong button. Well, here we are. We have our first job interview. It's been a couple of months, it seems like, and Udinese has came in and are ready to interview us. Not job offer, an interview. You get what I'm trying to say. All right. So, do apologize. I don't know if you could hear that. The board are pleased that you have taken time to attend today. There are a few questions we have to ask. I'm glad to get down to business. I'm confident I can learn the language quickly. It's not hard. Yeah, that's totally understandable. I think my standing game should quell any concerns, to be honest. I'm not going to say that. I've worked in other countries, though. I've not really had the chance to manage more than a couple of teams because I'm still in the early days of my coaching career. I admit I've lacked professionalism in doing that, but decided never to do it again. And I didn't. I didn't do it when we was at Maccabi Tel Aviv. They had an issue with it, and we didn't do it. Merely consider my options. It's because I'm out of a job. I'm living in a box right now. I have no money. We've ran out. So, yeah. Are you able to ease our worries about losing the backing of your players and the subsequent airing of dirty laundry? I didn't think I had done that. When did I do that? It's something I've learned from and can promise that the atmosphere here would remain healthy given the job. I don't remember that. Yeah, I won't have any problems cultivating that. He's an amazing general manager, director of football, whatever you want to call it. I totally respect him. Okay. I'm not going to need a budget. That's fine. All right, so let's see what they want for the club vision. Sign most players under the age of 23, make most set pieces, work within payroll, minimum 3-year contracts, all that stuff. Mid-table this season. Okay, we're sitting 16th right now. We need to take a look at that. Yeah, that sounds exciting. Yeah, I think that's a fair target aim for him. Be happy. No. Hey, yeah, that sounds totally fine. Yep. Hey, I can work with that. I'm no good. Thanks. There we go. First interview is done. Think it went pretty good. Not positive on that one, but it's definitely not my top choice. But that's because Rapid is available. Okay, I've applied for it, right? We've applied for it, and I'm the leading candidate. We haven't had an interview with them yet, so we've got to keep that in mind. We don't want to lose out on a job the size of Udinese for Rapid when Rapid doesn't become available or they don't even interview us. So, got to keep that in mind. We can always stall some of these offers, but it is something that we have to maintain. So they're sitting 16th in the league right now. They want a mid-table finish. So we would have to have some work. We would have to do some work. Goodness gracious, the season has ended. So they want mid-table next season. Okay, yeah, we can do that. That's no problem there. But I am very interested. I want Rapid to come available. I really want Rapid to come. It's available. I want them to come interview us. That would be massive for us. I'm really interested in that job. I've always wanted to manage in Austria. I mentioned that before. Last season when we done the KV Mechelen save, I almost done a career or a one club save in Austria. I never had a team picked out, but it was definitely an option that I was considering, and I was really looking forward to it. See, the Paris FC job is insecure as well. That would be something similar to what we talked about with Toulouse, that we could potentially rise through the table and get into the top flight and last for quite some time there, hopefully. But that'd be another job that I'd be interested in applying for. I do want to take a look at the jobs that are insecure, jobs that are available right now. We didn't really do that and before I started going forward, and I do now. I may have had some issues with that. I don't know. It seemed like the Streamlab or OBS was struggling a little bit. So that being said, let's take a look at it. Let's take a look at these jobs. I don't think it'll be an issue because it's just me talking. Real Sporting, I've debated that job applying for it, but at this point, I'm not really interested in applying for three-star jobs because we're in the running for two 3.5-star jobs that are really big. So that being said, I'm going to hold off on some of these 3 stars that are available now. I don't think anything else has came available that I'm super interested in. Just scrolling through, looking at the reputation of the clubs, it doesn't seem like there's a whole lot out there, does it? Yeah, Paris FC is precarious. That would be a job that I would apply for. Like I've mentioned, I think that would be fun starting in the second tier, right? And then working our way up into the first tier and becoming an established club in the first tier. That would be really, really cool to do. Does it get done this season? I don't know. It depends on what happens with these other jobs. And making decent money in the second tier would be pretty damn nice, wouldn't it? At least I think so. But we're going to be back in a little bit, see if anything happens. Obviously, no job offers on the board. We have interviewed for the one, and that is it. Well, my dudes, our first job offer has arrived, and it was the first job we applied for. It was Udinese, not first. I mean, I guess technically it was the first job we applied for as well. It's the first job we interviewed with. Udinese has came in and approached us on a 3-year deal worth $927K per year. Yeah, I'm debating it, okay? I am debating it. But that being said, we also interviewed for the Rapid job, which I am a little bit more interested in. So I want to keep note of the 927,000. I'm actually going to write that down. I'm going to write these numbers down because I wish in Football Manager, sorry if you can hear some paper moving around. I wish in Football Manager you could go back to these previous offers and see what the offer was. It makes sense, but unfortunately you can't do it. So I'm going to write this down. 927K for 3 years, right?
Dollar bills, y'all.
And then it was 16 mil transfer. And then 51.28 mil for payroll, right? Okay, so we've got that written down. I'm excited about that job. Very excited about it. But I am going to hold off and wait for the Rapid job to become available. I am a little bit more interested in it. But I want to take a look at the numbers as well if it does become available. I do also wish that this would save. I clicked the button. There we go. Click it again. I've clicked it twice. Club. Okay, eventually it's going to stay with it. I'm not going to click it again. There we go. Okay, so looking at the jobs that's still available out there. There's a couple 3-star jobs out there, but, I mean, we've got a 3.5-star job that's offering us a job. So I'm not going to apply for anything like that yet. I'm literally just looking at club rating right now to see what we want to do. And Paris FC is still there, which I am interested in if all this falls through. Uh, that being said, Rapid needs to make a decision quick. They waited a long time on deciding if they wanted to interview us, and now Udinese has kind of became what I would consider the first choice because they've offered us first, right? But that will change if Rapid does come available. But that being said, we're going to delay 1 week. Okay, we'll be back if something else happens. Well, here we are. It's happened. Rapid has came in and have offered us a job, and it's significantly cheaper in terms of money per year on contract. It's really tough. It's really tough. Think of the money. I really want to do this job though. Like I really want to go to Rapid. I think it would be fun. You know, I think we could really develop here. Think of what your heart wants. I don't know. I think we could do better here than Udinese. But money, you won't be as interested. Moolah. That and like I've always wanted to manage at Rapid. Like I've tried to do a couple one club save, private saves with them. And I just end up not having time to do it. So you've got to do what your heart wants. Man, guys, this is a tough decision. It really is. I mean, salary wise, it's nothing crazy. They've got one guy that's like super expensive. That's taking up 10% of their salary. And mainly an Austrian team. A lot of Austrians in this team. Guys, this is a tough one. This is a tough one. That being said, money! I think I'm going to do it. I think we are. We're going to go to Rapid. It's just, I want to do it. You know, I want to do it more than the other, really. That's what it comes down to. But we're going to try to get that bumped up a little bit. They was totally fine with that. I could have asked for more. All right, we're going to Rapid, guys. Going to Austria, where I've always wanted to manage. Let's get through some of this and get to the next day. It may take a minute because it's being slow. Okay, it's not. Awesome. There we are. There we are. Got to come up with a kit. We got to create kits for the club. I've got to do that. I'll be doing that in a little bit, to be honest with you guys. I enjoy doing that. So looks like they like to do a 4-2-3-1. So I'm happy with that. You know, there's room on this team. I do kind of want to take a little bit of a look at the side and see the expiring contracts, right? We want to do that. So next season, the Slovenian and up. So a bunch of veteran players, their contracts are expiring. Who is their key player? We're not going to do a deep dive into the club. I'm going to do that off screen. That way I'm a little bit more prepared. Marco Gul. Damn good player. 3.5-star guy. Inverted winger. Okay. I do like that. I do like that. That's interesting. Let's take a look at this right here. So their goalkeeper's really good. They've got a number 10 that can play in the center mid that looks really solid as well. Okay. A left back option here that looks pretty solid. I do like his traits as well. Looks like we may be going gegenpressing again. A center back. Okay. So we got one good center back. That's for certain. Another left back that's like super good. That's kind of difficult. That is kind of difficult because we've got two really good left backs, right? One of them can play as a center back, but they're both kind of smaller. We may end up making a move to get rid of one of these guys. I think we're in, yeah, they're playing friendlies right now. So the season has not started. A left wing option that can play up top. So their left-hand side is very, very strong, isn't it? Where was we at? We was looking at that guy. So center mid, okay, it looks pretty solid as well. It looks like we do need center mids, that's for certain. And it looks like we need a right wing too. which I am not disappointed in because you guys know that I have two guys that I really like that I think can do a good job at that. Who was that guy that we just looked at? Was it you? It wasn't, but you're a right back option. So starting right back there. Center back, another one. Well, center back. He's 6'3". He's going to play as a center back for us. Okay. So there's definitely need on this team. They definitely need people. They definitely need depth. There's not much in terms of depth on this side. I can see that already. Okay, this guy has some potential. This might be a guy that we could potentially use a lot more than what it seems like they are right now. Another guy that has some potential. They do have some older guys here that I wouldn't mind getting rid of. You know, these two guys in particular. I wouldn't honestly mind getting rid of one of these left backs because they're both regular starters, and we've got enough already there. So we've got to add some depth. Got to add some depth to this side. I can see why they struggled in the past, and looks like there's some stuff in scout and the staff that I can do as well. I do want to take a look at the under 18s and the second team as well to see what's available there. So a couple 2-stars or 1 2-star that has a lot of potential. Kyrian Hope, an American, which you guys know I like that. I do like that. That's a right wing option. Won't be using him right now. What about the second team? Second team has a couple 2-star guys as well that we probably won't be using. Do they have a right wing? Doesn't look like it, does it? So there is definitely some need on this team. That much is for certain, guys. We figured that out. Figured out one of the issues with the club. That being said, let's go back and take a look at our old Tel Aviv team, okay? We want to scout some of these guys because we know they're fairly cheap. And we want to add some of these guys to a short list. So I want to add you to a short list. Let's do this different. Okay, short list. I never really use short lists, to be honest with you. I just rather write names down. Former players. Okay, so there we go. We got that added. Now let's go back to Tel Aviv and add some of these guys that we definitely want to scout and see what they look. I mistyped that. Added an extra I there at the end. I do apologize. I'm just sitting here thinking. So add to short list. I would like to add you to a certain short list, damn it. There we go. Former players. Scout. I'm going to scout him. See what he looks like. What did we have a release clause with you? It doesn't look like we had a release clause with Aziz. So Aziz may be kind of expensive for us, but a guy that I am interested in bringing into the club. And then where's my boy Michael at? Not Michael Sasson, the other Michael. Where's the other Michael? There he is. Hey, guys, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I got a little bit nervous. I know he has a release clause, so he has a $3 million release clause, so we could definitely bring him into the club. Interested in that because we definitely need midfield players, it looks like, just from the short little glance that we had. Need to take a look at some of those guys. Owen, I want to add you to the list. Where are you at? I'm not even sure what team you're playing for. I think you're at Ashdod still. You're still at Ashdod. I don't think you're going to come to the club, but we do want to add you to the short list to see how you do. See how you develop in the future. So Owen, you're going to the short list. Dadon is a guy that we can add. Right? We like Dadon. I think Shirabi is another youngster we want to add to the team. Is there anybody that I'm missing that we just want to add? I don't think so, but I do want to scout these guys right here. But most importantly, we want to scout Michael. We want to scout Aziz to see how they hold up with the club. We do have some money to work with. We got 11 mil in transfer budget and 13 mil in payroll. So we got 3 mil left to spend in payroll. So not a ton of money. Not a ton of money. Where's the season preview got us at? Got us sitting fourth. Okay, so they want us to reach the championship group, which there is a split in this league as well. And I believe it's the top 6 teams. So we gotta finish the top 6. We gotta have the top 6 finish this season, right? Gotta have a top 6 finish, and we've got some work to do. So the next episode, I don't know how to do this really, guys. This episode's kind of running a little bit long right now, I think. Not 100% sure on that. But we want to... I don't see there being a ton of transfers, so I don't really think there will be a transfer special. That being said, I think we will start the next episode in the league, going up against Wolfsburger. I think that'll be fun. I think that will be a blast, and I am really looking forward to it. Let me know if you think I made the right decision. I definitely think I did, and excited about what we got in the future with this club. Next episode, though, we're going to be doing first two teams, right? First two matches. We're going to do a little bit deeper dive into the club, see what business I have done. And I think that's all we'll do in the first episode. Second episode of the club, we will do a stadium tour. That should be fun. Well, let me know what you think down in the comments below. How you think we done? Do you think we made the right decision? I feel like we do, just because I'm actually excited about this club. You know, if you enjoyed this episode, though, leave a thumbs up, subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave a comment down below. And as always, my dudes, thank you for watching.